missed you. We missed you.
It's the No Name Sunday show. And I bet you missed our dogs too.
Yeah, exactly. We've now forgotten exactly what number it is because we had a break. And it was a much needed break. So thank you very much. We haven't been here for a while. But what did we go to?
Who let the dogs out?
Come on, Nad. Pull your finger out of my arse.
Mark! I'm a bit hungover this morning.
Tell me, before we went on this, you said I might have to rush to the loo at some point.
That's not, don't put that in.
Anyway, so
nice.
the first morning after, you can see that we've been away for a week and we've forgotten the entire structure of the show.
I need a morning after dish.
You need a morning after pill. Sorry. Morning after dish is what?
I don't know, Mark. Why don't you say?
I can't remember.
Well,
Oh, it's got a Cornish flavour.
Oh, cheese and onion pasties. What do we really love when we're in Cornwall? What gets the old lard on the old lard? Guess what we're making, Mark? I've got Cornish salt.
Cheesecake.
I've got lard and butter. I've got cheese, potato and onion.
Bubble and
I've
squeak.
got flour. Absolutely, cheese and onion pasty. So I'm going to use bread flour because I've been looking around all the different
That's
recipes.
what you used for those scones that time.
It was, wasn't it? But by accident, and then they turned out really nice.
Yeah.
But the bread flour makes because it has more gluten, makes the pastry more pliable, so better for fillings. So apparently, really traditional Cornish pasty always uses strong bread flour.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've got 450 grams in there. A really good pinch of, well, it's not a pinch, I would say a teaspoon of salt. Stir that in. And then I have 115 grams of really nice cold lard.
I love
all
the look of
chopped up.
lard.
Yeah. And I've got 75 grams of nice good Cornish butter. Rub that in until we've got breadcrumbs. You're not going to believe this, Mark.
What?
I've got one I prepared earlier in the fridge.
Have you?
Because usually when we make pastry subs for the Sunday show, it's so funny. Because you have to go in the fridge and just come back out. And so we'll start a recipe and then 3 days later we're still making it because we forget we've got the pastry in the fridge. Really weird because Lisa at this very moment is making this pastry.
Is she? All right.
Because she's making empanadas because it was Carlitos' birthday on Thursday's 18th. And so she's doing a big sort of family all-day lunch thing. So me and Kiki are going over there I should get her to make her empanadas one day.
Yeah, that'd be great.
They're so nice, Mark. Need to have her over so she can make her do a full Spanish meal.
Yeah, two of you cooking would be funny.
Yeah. She does a lovely chicken and chorizo.
Chi-Chi. She will not she's either deaf or she's just ignoring me.
She's just obsessed with food. Honestly, subs, though we're very glad that she's better and everything. Last night I thought I was going to go mad. I made her. I've been doing loads of recipes for making my own dog food.
Ah.
And I made her a beautiful one yesterday with sweet potato, carrot, beef, because I'm trying to get as much nutrition into her because the steroids make her starving all the time. And from the second she'd eaten it, she was starving and just followed me around all night begging for more food. So annoying. Okay, so we're going to lie down, aren't we?
Gigi.
I've got in here about 150 mils of ice cold water, but I'm not going to use all of that first of all.
I nearly threw that away.
No, nice iced water. I mean, I've literally got ice in it. And just cut it in with a knife and have a look, have a see how it feels. I mean, really it's between 90 and 120 mils. Start with 90 and then see if you need any more. Because you're wanting it to be enough to bring it together, but not too much that it toughens it. I've got such small hands. I really have. I've got my mum's hands. Look at that. Oh. Let's find that easy. You see that marbling of the fat is quite nice in it because that means you get more of a sort of flakiness to it. Okay, so look, I'm kneading this a little bit, unlike normal pastry. I'm just giving it a little knead.
Poppy, what's going on? What's going on? There's stuff going on down there. It's a power
They're
struggle.
fighting for the pastry.
There's a power struggle, look.
The pastry bit.
Oh, that's the way she really easily got out of your way there. I swear her eyesight's getting a lot better.
Oh, it is. I was doing all sorts of tests with her yesterday. Really, if you could chill it for a couple of hours, it's better because it's much easier.
Say the fateful lines.
What? Say the what?
Here's one I made.
And here's one I made. Except I'm going to leave it in there while I make my
Remember
potato.
filming with Natasha Richardson in her kitchen in New
Oh God,
York?
you remember that?
And the
She
one
couldn't
thing
get the words
No,
out.
she said, I've always wanted to say this.
And she couldn't
She
say
said,
it.
Here's what, his, bless.
Just couldn't. Oh, God rest her soul, eh? Okay, so in here I've got 150 grams of mixed cheddar, or cheddar and Leicester. You can put whatever you want. I think really with the traditional Cornish pasty, cheese and onion pasty, it's just cheddar. But I quite like the idea of that orangey cheese. I'm also going to add some cubed cheese. So,
I love cheddar.
I mean, you know, I was looking at all these different recipes today. Add feta, add this, add that. It's not the place.
I always find cheese loses flavour when it's cooked.
Yeah.
Though. Why is that?
I mean, another good tip is to like grate in some Parmesan if you're not wanting to use loads and loads of cheese, and Parmesan will give it an extra bit of cheesy flavour. But the stronger the better, because then you can use a bit less. Oh my God, I wish I could be back in Cornwall now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got 250 grams of waxy potato. Now, you want waxy potato because, hang on, how am I going to do this? Yeah, because it doesn't disintegrate in the same way as a floury potato does. So just cut it really nice and thin. Oh, hang on, I'm just going to do that as well, actually, sorry. Traditional pasties, everything is raw that goes in it. It's interesting because, again, I was looking at loads of recipes today and it was fry the onions, do this, do that, but that's not how they do it. They then, the ingredients, oh, I wonder if I've made those too big. Oh, shit. Because otherwise I'm going to get, that's going to poke out of the bloody pasty, isn't it? Because they say that, and maybe this is more the case with the onion, with the meat pasty, is they want the ingredients to cook really slowly in the pastry, because they cook for about almost an hour, these, you know, a traditional pasty. In fact, we bought a load from the shop right next to where we were staying of pasties. And she was, I said, can I buy like 8? And she goes, well, they have to be frozen. I said, well, that's fine. She goes, no, but you have to have them frozen. I went, yeah, that's okay. I want to take them frozen. And she goes, and you have to cook them frozen. She was getting quite annoyed with me. I went, okay, that's fine. I still didn't quite believe her, but it's true. If you're buying pasties in Cornwall, make sure you buy them uncooked and frozen. So if you're making a batch...
What about all those ones you buy in St Ives in the shops that are warm?
Well, those because you're eating them straight away. But if you're wanting to heat them up, you don't buy them to heat up. Ask the shop to sell them to you raw and frozen.
Wow.
And then you cook them at 190 for about an hour. Some thyme. I don't think this is very Cornish, but I thought it'd be nice.
I say, aren't you getting a bit feta here?
No, just a little thyme. Not overwhelming, just the slightest hint. And again, looking around recipes today, one person put a teaspoon of Coleman's powder in. I thought, oh, I'm going to try that. Because actually cheese and mustard go so well. I think the mustard brings out the flavour of the cheese a bit, so I'm going to put a teaspoon. You don't have to do this, and of course you don't have to use the powder. If you've just got some normal mustard, just put normal mustard in. This is the best sea salt. This is the sea salt you should buy. Above pink flamingo salt, all of that. Cornish sea salt is really good for you. Oh, Icelandic, you can't get it. And don't forget, cheese is already very salty, but an under-seasoned pasty is a disaster. So don't under-season. Right,
you know where they get Cornish salt from?
Where? No, I don't.
Sorry?
What? No, I don't, no.
The armpits of surface.
Oh, Mark. So again, the onion goes in raw. So surprised by this.
Wow.
I know. Those pasties I took round to Mum and Dad the other day. Wow. And Dad said the vegan one was amazing. So that shop again near our house was just brilliant. Because they make everything on the premises there.
There you go. It's already looking like the innards of a pasty.
Last ingredient is an egg. Oh, actually, I know that it's not quite last ingredient. Because when I was eating my one the other day, I thought, what is that? What is that? And I realised it was white pepper. And I was looking around recipes again, and lots of them say put lots of white pepper for a more authentic.
White pepper freely.
Now, I'm sorry if anyone Cornish is watching this and says this is bollocks. This is only Cornish inspired. I would not say in any way I'm doing a traditional. I've just looked around lots of recipes and taken bits and pieces that I like the sound of.
I feel like I could eat the contents of that.
You know what you could do? You could put this in a pie, just with a pie lid on, and cook it the whole thing.
You could put it in a sandwich, and it's like a cheese and onion sandwich.
Yeah. Well, that's what a kind of pasty. So the origins of a pasty is that the miners would have them drop down the mine, wouldn't they?
That's why they were so hard on the outside.
And yeah, like were you supposed to even eat the pastry? Was that
I don't know. I mean, but what they would have is a savoury end and a sweet end.
Yeah. I should make one of those one day, savoury end and sweet.
But so many dishes are a consequence of making good with the leftovers or something else, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's always amazing.
Okay, there we go. So now we're going to roll out our pastry and make our pasties. So give me a minute just to clear up.
Ooh.
So, should we get the one I prepared earlier from the fridge?
Yeah.
So organised today.
Oh.
Oh.
So organised, you've
Raspberries.
got staining raspberries on the floor.
Oh God. Oh no.
What have you done?
What's happening?
Babe, that has gone
oh,
so
no,
badly.
Look. Look.
Oh, lads.
This is what happens when I try to do food.
Oh my God, you said the line and it went wrong. Maybe it's a cursed line.
Okay, look. I'll have to clean that up afterwards. That's the one thing you won't eat, isn't it? cheeky. So here's my one I made earlier, without raspberries in it. Nice and cold.
Yeah.
Flour. Got my oven on at 190. That's my lovely rolling pin that your mum got me.
Oh,
Do you know why it's made of ceramic?
keep it cold.
Clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also it's much smoother, because sometimes with the wooden one it can be a bit... I must say though, I'm always a little bit nervous of it.
Why?
I don't know, like when it breaks. Wow, the pastry on the Cornish pasties that we bought the other day was so thick. But my God, it was good.
I don't like a thick pastry on a
Oh,
pasty.
it was nice though, Mark.
Was it salty?
Yeah, it was really
Oh, yeah, that's
salty. Mum, Dad, and Dina, you know, they know their food. Dad, I was worried. I was really, really worried about how much he ate.
This is remarkable attention.
Huh?
From Chi-Chi, she's just literally staring.
Yeah, because she's hoping. If she stands there really quietly,
Yeah.
she'll get something.
Chi-Chi! She won't even move her head for me. Chi-Chi! Chi-Chi! Chi-Chi, what's going on?
Okay, so I'm just going to make 2. So about a 20 centimetre plate. It's just petrifying, isn't it? Half the world is starving and the other half is throwing away tons of food. What's your favourite, meat or cheese and onion pasty, Mark?
Figgy pudding.
No, I didn't ask you that. I said meat or cheese and onion pasty. Why do you want it to be so different? Who's talking about figgy pudding?
Yeah, but when I walk past a
It's like me
pasty
saying, do you
shop-
want egg and bacon or egg and sausage, and you go fish and chips?
It's not.
It
because when I
is.
walk past a
A
pasty
figgy
shop...
pudding has got nothing to do with what I'm making.
I prefer cheese and onion.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't find my bloody pastry brush.
Say it again.
My bloody pastry brush. Well, I'm exhausted everywhere for it, everywhere.
Okay, why don't you try this?
Mark, where is it?
Try that.
Stupid, I can't use that.
Alright, try
Have you ever used it? I could use it if you've never.
that.
Have you ever used this?
No, I've got another one, but I
Oh,
quite
Mark,
like
that's no good. I've got. Have you ever used this?
No. But will I be able to use it again?
Yeah. It's very not. I bought you this from
I know.
ASOS. It's a really expensive shop,
I know,
like
but you
years
got
ago.
me another one.
And you've never used it. I can't believe I'm using a
But
shaving.
will it be able to shave me?
Of course it will. Just had a little bit of flour on it. It's going to have egg on it in a minute though.
Egg on your face.
Egg on your face. Egg on your face. Okay. Oh, look at that. Mark's very excited by this filling, aren't you?
I am. I love the filling. It's very fulfilling. Fulfilling. I wonder if fulfilling comes from being full of fill.
Maybe. A bit nervous about how much to put in.
I know.
I don't want it to burst. Some more cheesy bits.
Well, these are going to be nice.
Well, don't sound so bloody surprised. I'm a MasterChef bloody winner.
I know, but I don't know if I want them to go to your dad's. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Everything goes to your dad, and
because
he
yours
seems to
isn't.
have the same appetite as Chi-Chi.
Turn it over. Squeeze it down.
Oh God, that looks like a pasty.
Just squeeze it like that. Then I'm going to try and do the traditional pasty twist.
Ooh.
So sorry Cornish. Oh, hang on. No, watch this. Hang on.
Careful, you're breaking the pasty.
Hang on. Oh, I can't remember what you do now.
Don't do it. Can I make a suggestion? You don't do it.
No, I've been watching it on
you've got
YouTube.
a nice...
Okay. Oh no, that's so annoying.
History has shown...
Shall I watch the film again?
I've got time.
Okay. All right. Over we go. Filling in.
Crimping really gives it the Cornish effect, doesn't it?
It is not a Cornish pasty unless you have the crimp. It's as simple as that.
What is
So
it,
I have
samosa?
failed miserably. It's just something. Yeah. I did watch 2 YouTube videos today.
Well, they obviously didn't make a huge impact. Oh dear.
Don't worry.
You need a bit of sellotape there. Just there.
Don't
big hole there.
worry about a thing. Every little thing gonna be alright. Oh, Mark, I want to do it properly with the twist.
We haven't got enough pastry to do the twist. It's going
I
to
have.
tear the pastry.
Look.
What?
I bet is there a Cornish person watching me now going, just put it round and bring your thumb round. It was quite. I mean, in the different recipes I looked at, they said it's too difficult to explain. So watch this YouTube video. So how am I going to brush my egg on?
Well, you're probably going to use my shaving brush again, aren't you?
That looks more tradish, doesn't it? There we go. Look. Well fake. Would you talk to your other TV presenters like
No,
this?
but I thought we were
Mr.
very near the.
Director.
I thought we were very near the end, and suddenly it's all gone slow.
Okay. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm using this very expensive. Oh, do you know what though, Mark?
Is it? It's quite
It's
nice.
really nice.
Well, you should add it to your kit.
Oh, it does so well.
Yeah, I've always thought that pastry brush is shit.
Yeah, but it's because you want to wash all you. It's because it's for hygiene, because you don't want remnants. I think they look really good.
Oh, hang on a minute. I did use it once.
Mark. So I'm going to give a little teeny piercing to let the steam come out, and in it goes 190 for between 45, 50 minutes to an hour, depending on your oven. Bye.
Give us the pasty dance.
Oh, you look at pasty and I don't care. Oh, you look at pasty and I don't care. Oh, you look at pasty and I don't care. Being a farmer.
The way Chi-Chi's looking at you.
She's still hoping for a bit of pasty. Just why that's a bit high up. That's it. Go away now. You don't need to. Right, here we go. They smell so good. We've just done coffee moaning.
Whoa.
We've just done coffee moaning, and I was quite distracted because they smelt so. Oh, they look great,
My God.
don't they?
Let's have a look.
Really robust.
Oh, they look great. Yeah, because they're supposed to. The crimping is supposed to function as a handle.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's how they.
didn't know
That's how
that.
they carry them.
So they had a good hour. Let me just
Okay.
see. See how nice they are on the bottom.
Oh,
a good
they
hour.
look great. Oh, can you leave them? I might have one later. They smell so divine. I don't like pasties, but I like these ones.
Right, let's.
Oh,
Oh,
keep it still.
yummy.
Oh, let's get a bit closer on
So
that.
hot. Sorry, I can't hold it for very long.
Hold it,
Let me
just-
put it
yeah,
on there.
Tilt it. Oh,
Let me just check. Oh, perfect. Potatoes are gorgeously soft.
oh my God. That's pastry.
Mark.
I can't start until after I'm doing 16 and 8.
Oh my god.
Oh
So
my
good.
God. They look great. Well
So I
done.
think we're going to the memes now.
Oh, look at you. 84 episodes and you're in control.
Up there for thinking, down there for dancing.
Here we are! Dungeons and Dragons! We didn't do this last week because we didn't do any show last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is like, we're back!
We're back better than ever.
What's that song? Shady's back. Back again.
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
To a friend.
I want a friend.
Shady's back, Shady's back. Okay, sorry, I'll shut the fuck up now. Shady's back! And he means business, and Maddie's gonna have some hysteria for us. Let's do it, baby!
So dogs apparently don't like this sound. His face.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Do it again. I want to see it again.
Like that.
So dogs apparently don't like this sound.
Yeah.
His face.
Oh, we don't need to worry about Chi-Chi's eyes as much. He's got that same sort of eyelids. I did a thumbnail for one of our lives the other day, and without trying, one of my eyes looked that way, one of my eyes looked that way.
You know, it's the thing that if you kind of focus on the wall behind your phone,
Yeah.
like your eyes go out. Yeah, yours are doing it. It's so weird. If you just look on the...
Have they gone?
Yeah.
Oh!
It's so weird.
Oh my god, I love that. Try that at home, guys.
It's so
Do it now. No, don't do it. Don't do
Right
it.
now.
No, do it right now. Can you hear us? Let us know if you can hear us.
Me and Kiki will laugh at this because it's literally like me and Kiki with each other when we're
Right.
at something that's me leaving everyone I was hanging with when I see my best friend. Chris Hemsworth. I love the
Is he being
video.
jokey, or is that how he walks?
No, he's just going over. Yeah, no, he's joking
I do love Chris Hemsworth. Oh, Jeremy Renner.
They're wearing the same.
I want to be all their friends.
Oh my god.
I want to be an Avenger. This looks good. I love a fan on the ceiling.
Throwing that cat into the camera.
Well, thank God they didn't throw it up and see it sliced.
Oh no, stop.
Great moment in a film, I can't remember which, where someone gets one of those and wrapped around their neck and dragged up to the ceiling.
Ah, that's
Oh, yeah,
horrible.
nice.
It's turned into...
I want waffles.
Yeah.
I want waffles.
I want waffles. My only problem with some of these things is they cut away too quickly at the end.
Sometimes, yeah.
know
I
what I
quite
mean?
like when something cuts away quickly.
Yeah, because it makes you go
Then you're
again.
like,
Oh, that's clever. That's why they do it. So you watch it again.
Yeah.
And then you have to freeze frame it like I've just done.
Yeah.
Look at it. All I'm looking at here is anime.
yeah.
Anime. I've got into anime.
I have to look around the anime edits to find the funny stuff.
How about this? Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen,
This is all My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia.
Where my friend messages me, want to get blackout drunk tonight.
That's the excitement of it.
random.
Oh my god, that's so. Oh god, I was like that all the time, every minute of every day.
Kiki sent me this and was laughing because she said it's just like Chi-Chi and how Chi-Chi kind of will stare and then zones out
Yeah.
when she's near you.
What is going on in there? What is going on in there? Sometimes Chi-Chi just stands and.
Yeah, she
What
literally
is
just
going
zones out and
on?
then she looks up at you like
Because I
that.
mean, dogs think. You only have to look
Yeah,
at Toffee
I
to
know.
know that dogs think.
Yeah, no, they definitely
So I think it's a choice not to think.
Well, it's kind of like how we have our absences, we just go, me and Kiki.
Yeah, daydreams. Yeah. Let's hope Kiki isn't having an absence right now in
In
our
my
maths
maths
lesson.
lesson, when the principal is called to break up a fight.
Oh man, I'm so stressed. Spencer, there's a fog in front of the gymnasium. Needs your attention. Oh, not on my watch. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Listen now, fly with me. Not on the middle of year 20. Let me take you through this. Stop right now.
It's so true. They're so dramatic.
Is that the dad one?
Yeah, the
Oh,
same
he's
guy,
very
yeah.
good,
Yeah.
isn't he? Oh
But
my
I found it so funny. It's like, why are they so over dramatic?
So over dramatic. Oh my god, that's so funny. Chin chin. It's a little bit like the day. Do you remember when we had something in the garden? One of the dogs leapt off, and I leapt off the top of it after the dog.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What was I
that
worried
so
about?
Weird, yeah. You thought she was going into the other person's garden, but she was just running around.
And I leapt off this like I was...
He literally leapt off the edge like Spider-Man. He did like the Spider-Man.
We had guests here and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Toppy!
Toppy!
I was like, relax. She's
hell.
just running around. When you're having a mental breakdown and the tear rolls into your mouth. Good soup.
That's really weird.
I know.
I've got one of those wiggles coming in my throat. You know when it goes...
Oh yeah. I don't know what that was. Dad makes the weirdest noises all the time. People who eat Bounty chocolate.
Know what I like about you? Nothing. Now fuck off.
I don't like that about Bounty. I think
I hate whoever eats Bounty is freaking weirdo. Mum does.
Your mum eats them.
Like they're the ones you leave. They're the ones you leave. They're the only ones that should be there.
Yeah, Bounty chocolates in like, is it a
Coconut.
celebration? Oh, and chocolate.
But
And
it's like
stringy
the texture
coconut.
of the coconut in it, yeah.
I always hated a Bounty.
And it's too sweet.
The only good thing about Bounty was that the adverts in the 70s and 80s was of a sort of desert island.
Yeah.
So you could imagine being on the desert island. And then they'd bring in a fucking Bounty.
Just stop it.
Get rid of it.
Stop it.
Happy guy. Oh, just a happy guy. Oh, just a look at that. The happy dog. Oh, just a happy dog.
God, that's so sweet.
Little tumble.
Oh my God, Toffee's stomach.
Look at that. I do that with Chi-Chi.
I do that too, they love
He's
it.
loving
It
it.
looks like a British bloke on a sun lounger in Marbella.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Like that.
It's so funny.
I wish someone would slap my tummy.
Look how cool this is. You got it perfectly.
Oh my God.
That's how excited he is.
Oh my God.
With the music.
I mean, you almost have to construct an entire film backwards around that,
Yeah,
don't you? I mean,
Yeah.
you should go off and you should make a film, because if that's your end shot, you're off.
you're off. You're
You're off to the... I don't know where. Vets,
I don't know where you're off to.
butchers,
Just trying to...
you're just off.
Yes.
Like my new hat.
Oh, where have they come from?
Going back to coconuts.
Oh God. Look at this. Walking down a hill. See that?
That's so
And after
funny.
acting all cool.
Yeah,
Like nobody looks cool walking down.
You
a hill.
can't look cool. It's like, you can look cool going down the stairs.
Can you? Not really.
I tell you what you don't look cool on, going down a moving escalator.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
really stupid.
I think everybody looks
Yeah,
stupid just
because-
on an escalator.
Yeah, I
generally.
agree.
Just
But you look
don't
really
go
stupid
down.
when you just stood.
Yeah, when you're still, that's what I mean.
So weird.
I don't know if you remember this dog a while ago having his collar.
Oh
put
God, I
on.
do.
It's him again.
Look, we're going for a walk.
You want to go for a walk? We gotta go for a walk. She won't even.
Bend your knee.
Come on. Want to see Gabby? Do you want to see Gabby? Yeah.
It's fine as soon as
Alright,
it
let's
says
go.
this is Gabby.
You just
Oh,
can't help but growl.
Yeah.
I love him. He's
You
like an
can't help
addict.
himself. Can't help himself. Yeah. There's no control over it.
Mum's like that when you threaten to take her phone away from her.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is
Get her off
very
Instagram. She's addicted.
Oh no, I hope I don't fall. Can't no hoe tell me shit. Cause bitch, I'm a shit.
No.
Oh, my mom and my sis had to kick my own blood out. I must have thought I was a crip. Scoop. Oh
It looks so
Maybe
bad.
that's why Toffee nicks my socks.
Maybe. My
Balaclava fruit. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Oh look, this is the guy that we've seen at Candyman and at
Oh,
Suicide
yeah.
Squad.
Oh god. How's he doing that?
It's so weird.
I love that he's famous for things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
This is like Chi-Chi. You know how scared Chi-Chi gets at pretty much anything. Look at how this dog jumps.
It does make me jump as well. Yeah. Oh!
This is where his eyes.
Its eyes. Its eye, whole face pulls back.
Yeah.
Oh. Not only does its eye, so its skin does this, it goes.
Yeah.
But its ears slap itself in the face.
I know.
I think
so
Nicole
cute.
Kidman might be able to slap herself in the face. Have you seen her earlobes? They're really long.
Stop. I have both.
Yeah, they are long.
Me and my bestie in an apocalypse.
Huh?
Look, me and Kiki found it so funny.
What would you do in an apocalypse, guys?
What would you do?
Answers on a postcard or just pop them below?
This is very random. This guy's like kind of gotten famous on TikTok for these really just like random videos.
Right.
But he changes his voice in it, like,
Oh,
it's,
okay.
like it's just really funny.
I wonder what my workout partner is. He's probably taking a break. My neighbors are so noisy. There you are.
Is that what I think it is? Elmo's punch? That's what you were up to. You're a very bad friend. Can I just have one sip?
That's great.
Nice. It's yummy. You want a sip? No? Have a sip!
It's so random. But I found it funny.
It's got 3.5 million views.
Oh, and
It's a
then
huge number. I think the one time I went viral on TikTok, I got something like 750,000.
that somebody's turned Boris Johnson talking into a D&B song.
Oh, yes.
Right, honourable gentlemen, all up and put up taxes on inheritance and pensions and corporations. Right, honourable gentlemen, all up and
His eyes. Makes far more sense than when he normally talks.
Yeah.
But that's what I tried to tell him. So I said, once you go fast, you lose that ass. Oh my God, Steven, look out! Oh, sorry, never mind. I thought I saw one of them lobsters firing at you. Those sons of bitches got a real good pitch. I just didn't want you to get pinched. Oh my God! Oh, never mind. That big thing that just fell in the water above us, I thought it was about to crush us, but it lost most of its momentum once it hit the waters, and we're pretty deep down, so I think we got a few seconds to swim away.
It's so weird, but I found
Who
it.
thinks of this?
I know. Oh, this one's really funny. Dogs again.
Zia, was it you? Zia? Did you knock her down?
No.
Huh? Was it you? Was it Storm?
I think it was it.
Storm, did you knock him down?
That's a manifestation of guilt.
But it's the way the other one was like, this is
No,
what it is.
no. But what I loved about the other one was he didn't dob on his friend.
But it's just like,
Zia, was it you?
Oh, this is so funny.
he's looking at the
Zia,
other one.
Ow.
did you knock her down?
It's him.
Huh? Was it you?
It's him.
Was it Storm?
He thought he was going to be able to get around without being seen.
Storm, did you knock
Still.
him down?
Look how slow it moves here, wait.
Oh my god.
Oh, guilty dogs. It's so funny.
So funny.
This will really make you laugh.
Oh my god, so funny.
Took Diesel to play at doggy daycare today. It didn't go very well. Look at the other one.
What is he actually saying in dog language?
So much personality.
So much varied personality for saying
I
this
know.
and eating and shitting.
I know. This is so cute.
Can I play with her? Can I play with the baby? Let me play with her. It's Mama. Can I play with the baby? Let me play with the baby. I want her baby. Give Mama baby. Give Mama baby. You want the baby? It's your mom. It's Mama. Can I
Oh my
put...
god, I want one.
I know.
Now, in a wrap.
Wait, sorry, I'm just trying to find
Alright,
one.
I'm gonna have to go and pick up Kiki
Kiki's-
in a minute. Yeah.
I'll do the last one then.
Okay, that's really good, really funny. Oh, that slow dog is so funny.
Is it this one?
So this is why boxers are my favorite breed.
Oh yeah.
So this is why boxers are my favorite breed. They always have this look on their face like they owe you money and you're really, really worried about it, and they're worried you're gonna ask.
They always look like they owe you money and they're really worried about you asking for it
So
back.
this is why boxers are my favorite breed. They always have this look on their face like they owe you money. So this is why boxers are my favorite breed. They always have this look on their face like they owe you money and you're really, really worried about it, and they're worried you're gonna
That was
ask.
brilliant. Brilliant, but now we have to do something called the school run. Time for the news. I think there's literally no COVID story in our news today.
Well, there is vaccines.
Oh shit, and it's your fault. Welcome to the news.
Welcome to the news.
How are you, babe?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Why?
Don't know, just thought I'd check in. I haven't really asked you a question today.
I went to Lisa's yesterday and we had a good old drink up and a good old eat up, and I didn't get home till about midnight almost, did we?
No.
And today I'm going to Stacey's baby shower. I never have a double
What
weekend.
happens at a baby shower?
Oh, do you know what, Mark? I have never been
Because
to a
I
baby
presume people can't get annihilated drunk because there's
No,
someone
it's
pregnant.
usually, it's very much a tea party feel. So it's like tea and cakes. It's like afternoon tea, and everyone gives a present for the baby or for the mum. So I think it's going to be lovely.
Oh no, no, I'm sure they're lovely, but to any man, the idea of a baby shower
Oh, there's
sounds
never men-
absolutely hideous.
No, because it's very girly, but there's no men ever at a baby shower.
Oh
Mind you, I bet Joe will be there.
Right, in a cake.
And her dad.
Don't they do cupcakes that decide the sex? Oh no, that's a baby
No,
show,
that's-
is
no,
it?
that's-
No, that's something else.
Baby reveal.
Baby, it's all this
We
stuff.
didn't do any of that, did we?
No.
What is that?
Subs, explain to Nads what happened last night. When
Were you by any chance in my dressing room? Because I found 3 ginger shots. I found an empty espresso. I was like,
oh my
what's going
god,
on?
it's the debris of a non-drinking alcoholic, isn't it?
Oh, you just...
Ginger shots.
What's
Well,
that?
I was
There's been
sat.
man in here, and there was like screwed up trainers.
They weren't mine.
On the yoga mat. Of course they were. They were your trainers.
No, I did the members live from your desk,
Oh.
and I just became intrigued by all the weird things on your desk. I showed something that I shouldn't have shown.
Mark.
But anyway, I got to doing that, and I put some eyeliner on and mascara. And when Maddie came in, she was like, "Dad, have you been crying?" And I had it like that.
Right, come on. News.
I didn't wear any of your knickers though.
I've got a baby shower I've got to go to.
Come on then, start.
Okay, summer 2022 staycation, it's sold out already. Honestly, I've been looking a couple of days after we got back from holiday.
Because we knew there'd be this crisis.
I've done something I've never done before, and I've booked a staycation for next year. And I'm so glad I did, because I thought I was going to have a wealth of choice, but actually,
There's none.
you know, even camping, everything is really selling out fast. So.
But I think they're going to have to do something about the pricing, because the
Well,
campsite
I'll tell you what they're going to do about the pricing. Ask whatever they want.
I know, but this is getting ridiculous. There needs to be some kind of Ofcom regulator of this, because
Well, no, because it's a luxury. That's what they'll say. They'll say there's no need. If you can't afford it, don't go. But that's so unfair.
It is unfair.
Because everybody needs a holiday. Everybody needs a break.
It is unfair.
But what are we going to get to? Some kind of Russian gulag situation where you have they take over.
you go on holiday to your local vegetable patch.
Exactly.
I mean, the campsite that we go to in the New Forest has gone up from something like £24 a pitch, which is a really nice way to have a maximum time with your kids
and it's
camping.
It's just got a shower.
No. But camping is a lovely thing to do. It's kind of that weird thing that's
For a few
but
days.
it's cheap and it's bonding and all that kind of stuff.
For a few
But
days.
they're now 150. That's a
Are they?
500% rise.
Oh, it's terrible.
When things get back to normal, if they ever get back to normal, I think people won't forgive those.
No,
firms
I
that have
really
done that.
don't. But then you do think, well, they lost so much. They lost a whole season and a half.
Yeah,
so
but
you do feel
if they've lost a season and a half,
Well,
okay,
they didn't.
hang on.
Everywhere was opening in Cornwall last year.
Hang on.
Actually,
Right,
they
so
didn't.
I agree. They lost a season and a half. This is people renting. They lost a season and a half. But if they've increased the prices 5 times, they've made 4 times what they would have made.
But they didn't lose a season because we all went to Cornwall last year.
Yeah, but even in the worst case scenario, they still increased their income by 4 times.
It's a bit much. There's loads of queuing chaos in the Heathrow today as well, everywhere, which will make you happy.
Well, it doesn't make me happy, but I think there's a quarter of people, a section of people wanting to pretend that this isn't happening, and it is happening.
We'll add this on as well, that actually summer's back. Apparently we're going to hit 24 degrees today, which is perfect for a baby shower.
28 by Thursday.
As we'll be in Stacey's garden.
Okay.
And 28 by Thursday, so we've got another summer, guys.
I'm hoping it'll allow me to get in the garden.
I'm hoping it'll allow you to get in the garden. Mark, it's bad out there. I'm just fascinated by this. This is an artist that I follow on Instagram, Sophie T Art. Sophie T, spelled T-E-A.
Like a cup of tea.
And she's a self-taught, 28-year-old self-taught painter from Wolverhampton, except she's extremely posh. She's like posh Wolverhampton.
Oh, okay.
She has galleries now in London,
Wolverhamptons.
and Sydney. And she started off on Instagram, and she basically started, I think, by painting women's bodies, using women's bodies, all shapes and sizes.
I like
what
her
do you think
images.
of her painting, Mark?
I like
paintings.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I like them, but I think she has one trope that she keeps sort of repeating, and I'd like to see her do something different.
I suppose it's hard if it's doing so well, and she's a real business wizard.
Yeah, well, I suppose when business overwhelms the art, I then get a bit.
Yeah, and that's what I'm confused about, really, because in one way she's brought a lot of young women into art that wouldn't have been, and investing into art, because she's got this whole thing set up where people can pay monthly instead of like buying a pair of jeans that will end up costing you 200 quid. You can buy a piece of her art. But I'm just like, wow, because she just said she made 5 million quid last year.
Yeah, I mean, why should one decry her when essentially she's not doing anything that's much different to Damien Hirst? It's just that
she's an entrepreneur. She's a true entrepreneur, and she works. She like paints.
I would say.
I think he's very interested in her.
I would say she's less an artist because she's come at it from a different angle, more a businesswoman. Too much sausage, not enough dog. Do you think I was going to say that today? Too much sausage, not enough dog. I'm pleased about this. Everywhere you go, there are sausage dogs. Dachshunds.
Oh, I've told this story as well.
Dachshunds. And, lots of celebrities love them. Lots of famous people love them. Around the parks, lots of middle-class chattering Tarquins love them as well. But the Kennel Club has
Kids,
said...
our kids love them.
Yeah, they've got sweet little faces on the end of a great big sausage. What not to like, eh? And I think Toy Story, what with Mr. Slinky Dog, was great. But the Kennel Club says that the rise of popularity in them has led to them being bred longer and closer to the ground because they're cuter. And it's this end of dogs that I find a bit unsettling and a bit unsavoury. So the Kennel Club is trying to reintroduce rules where their bodies need to be shorter and their legs further from the ground, because actually it's incredibly discomforting
And when
for
you
the
see
dogs.
them when they've got weight and they're literally
Yeah.
dragging their bellies across the floor. My story actually wasn't that. I thought you'd pulled the same
But
story.
they were, what was interesting, just finish on this,
Yeah.
is they were originally bred to hunt badgers. And if you've seen a badger is like a mini bear.
It must be scary.
It must be scary. I mean, I'd have thought the dasher, but it could explain why whenever I go to stroke them in the park, they want to savage my hand.
No, well, mine's another sausage dog story.
Wow,
it's
they're
this
everywhere.
Ex-actress, I think I said Sally Ann.
Oh, yeah.
Sally Ann Field, but not the Sally Ann
Oh, right,
Field.
okay, yeah.
And she has an she runs a hotel exclusively for sausage dogs.
Wow. Is it called the Sausage Factory?
And it's £35 a night. It's called the Sussex Sausages Hotel, aptly named Petworth. Near aptly named Petworth.
Maybe we could get
So-
a room there for staycation.
They can have laser therapy at 40 quid, massages at 20, manicures at 15, plus £15 bags of her own brand of sausage superfood.
Wow.
She's on something there. She's got 8 of her own sausage
Wow. I wanted to make, there was a point in the past when, you know, you pitched programs about almost anything. And do you remember there was plastic surgery happening to dogs' genitals? And it was a 1-hour doc that we pitched to Channel 5 and we called it The Dog's Bollocks.
Yeah, that's right.
And the head of Channel 5 wanted to do it, but we didn't really see where the documentary could go beyond the bollocks. This is going to appeal to you, Nads. Ready for the roaring 20s, because there's lots of people saying that we're going to have a sort of resurgent, sort of hedonistic rush of adrenaline to the head after COVID. It's time to relearn how to have fun, says Happiness Professor. But you'd love a Happiness Professor, wouldn't you? Laurie Santos. I immediately want to run in the opposite direction or hit her with a sausage dog. Laurie Santos says, we need to prescribe fun to remind us of our shared humanity. Okay, I can go with that. But she says that we're not having enough fun, and she believes in us having funterventions, right? We need to do things like sing more, dance more. I can't believe this.
But how do you I mean, of course we do, but what is the funtervention?
What if your idea of fun is going to a dungeon in Vauxhall every Friday night?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, everyone's idea of fun is different.
Parents should choose whether they allow their children to be vaccinated.
I think that's
Now, I thought they were between 12 and 15.
what?
Parents were. It was up to parents.
Yeah, but we're about to see the government go against all the scientific advice, even though they follow the
No,
science.
but even parents giving. I can't speak.
What's happened? You all right? What's happened, babe? Are you all right? It's all right. It will come to you. We'll have an interval.
Permission.
What was
So
that?
parents don't have to give permission.
Sorry, I was refract.
They're saying here that parents must be given,
No.
must be able to give permission or not for their 12 to
Yeah.
15-year-olds. Now, I knew for 15 and above, they were wanting them to make their own decision.
They are. You can make your own decision above 16
Yeah.
as an adult.
Yeah.
It's your choice. But what they're saying is there's this JCVI thing that's going to come out this week where it looks like the 4 medical officers for the 4 regions are going to say all 12 to 15-year-olds have to have them.
Right.
But what they're saying in this article is give parents the choice, because we might not have the choice.
You're joking.
No, I think it's absolutely
No,
outrageous.
they will not do
Well-
that. I'm telling you, they will not.
Yeah, look, parents should choose whether they allow their
Yeah,
children to be
that's what I'm-
vaccinated if ministers overrule scientific advice against mass vaccination. So, you know, we've got a
No, but they're not going to make children have it. You.
Watch this space. Watch this space. If they do, I think if they do,
Well,
I will be joining.
I saw another
marches.
article with parents saying they won't send their kids to school.
Yeah. I've got a fantastic one. Not a shock doc, but a spot croc. Spot croc. That is just illogical. Someone has actually analysed the comments of Dr. Spock from Star Trek. You know how he was always supposed to be right. and very logical. And apparently 83% of the time it was illogical. I just found that stupid.
Hang on, I want to see what the thing is above that.
Oh, and the thing above it is caked beans. These are, well, I'll pop them up on the screen, but these are little
so
cupcakes
good.
designed like breakfasts. Look at the McDonald's one.
Incredible. What, is this a girl on Instagram or
Yeah, what's her name?
look at that icing on the KFC.
Amy Hurst. Amy Hurst.
Wow, they're
Very,
amazing.
very clever, aren't they? Hash brownies. I don't know if I want a savoury looking top
No,
to a
but
cake.
I mean, it's great skills.
Yeah. Abuse. I'm going to just jump in with a couple because I've just got now. Bear with me. Judge Dredd. Does that mean anything to you? Judge Dredd.
Yeah, from ages ago.
Well, you know, the major thing about it was one of the most successful British comic franchises in the 80s, 70s, 80s that I remember. But I do love how behind some of the most sort of pop cultural things, there's always a really meaningful story as to why it's happened. So you might not know Judge Dredd, but I'll pop a picture up. Judge Dredd, very successful, made lots of films, hugely successful comic franchise. But the creator behind it, who's now 72, said that the whole inspiration came from Judge Dredd being this sort of autonomous dark figure, sort of ruling the world, came from actually the way in which he was abused by monks when he was at school. And he's on his own Judge Dredd-like mission to bring these monks to justice. And I just think, you know, it's interesting, isn't it? That, you know, again, I'll say it again, pop culture, when it sort of intersects, you know, something really sort of dark and meaningful and quite traumatic for someone, how the arts is far more than just the arts. It can also be a way of kind of managing terrible things. So yeah, he's pulling together all of the recollections of people that he was at school with. But behind that really quite dark world and sinister character and sinister villains are horrible monks.
Oh
yet
my
again.
God.
Yeah.
This story is just, right. So do you remember last week when Michael Gove was filmed dancing in a club in Aberdeen?
Two things of which I felt. One, I felt a bit sorry for him because he was having a good time.
Oh, it's always the same. Whenever you dance anywhere, people get cameras out. It's
but
really...
two, only because of his position in government, it felt a little bit like, less that he shouldn't do it, but more that he didn't look like he didn't really look like he knew what he was doing.
Well, anyway, what does it matter? I don't care how people dance. I just love people to dance. Going back to your fun intervention.
Yeah.
So he's on a plane, and as you can see from the picture here, he's reading the story about himself.
Quite an astonishing photo.
What a horrible person to photograph him from behind like that. Nasty people.
Yeah.
But what I love is, so basically he'd flown to Aberdeen to see his elderly parents for the weekend. He's adopted, actually, Michael Gove. And his mum, I love this, his mum said, the first I knew was when I saw the pictures in the paper. I'm his mum, he doesn't tell me everything. I was surprised to see him in the club, but he looked like he was having a good time, which is the most important thing. I think he was de-stressing after the last few months. I don't ask about his family life, that's his business. When he was younger and living in London and Oxford, he enjoyed dancing and nights out, but I was surprised to see the pictures of him in a club at 1 a.m.
And I love the way the paper...
Don't you think that's so
it's so
cute?
sweet. Everyone's got a mum. Everyone's someone's baby.
Everyone is somebody's baby.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Very sweet.
Very sweet. And they describe his night as his techno night out. I never thought I'd see the word techno night out and Michael Gove in the same article. This will appeal to you. First signs of Christmas. Be jolly and put up a Crimbo tree now.
Oh, shut up.
It'll give you a big boost, say experts.
Won't. No, it
Christmas
won't.
lovers, which you are one, are being urged to get into the festive
not in
spirit.
September.
Statistics show a 60% increase in sales of trees and decorations this August compared to last. So people are ushering in Christmas. You might have to do first signs of Christmas very quickly.
Well, I was filming actually because I was with Dina and I was in Hobbycraft and they've got their Christmas stuff out.
Well, yes, someone else, Morrison's had as well, Aldi. And finally, you'll be pleased about this. Naked Attraction can't get enough celebs to bare their bodies. But given your success with your thong and your... why don't you do it? Get your nun out on telly. Would you do it? That's all you've left to the imagination
this thong
now.
thing, I've shown much more on Instagram. It's literally a flang. People are so desperate, aren't they?
It's a what? A phalange? What are you going to
can't
say?
speak.
So, babe, are you going to go on Naked Attraction?
Never.
Our friend in Chiswick would enjoy that.
Never in a month of Sundays.
Okay.
I hate that show.
Lisa loves.
Lisa loves. Lisa loves. I bet Lisa's got a hangover this morning.
Do you think?
Yeah.
There's so many swear words in this next Lisa loves. I almost considered bleeping it.
Is there?
It's so many. What's your favourite swear word?
Depends what the mood is. I do love bollocks though. I'm partial to bollocks.
Everyone knows that. Yeah, it's weird. Have you seen my T-shirt? My T-shirt.
So, you don't scare me. I have what? Oh, daughter. Oh, I love that.
I got my dad one. He
Good,
loved
isn't
it. Have you ever tried marshmallows for tiredness?
What?
Yeah.
To do what? Oh, I
It's
thought
like-
you put them somewhere.
Oh, what?
Where?
In your ears.
I don't know.
Up
Like
your bum.
under your boobs or something, and it gives you
Oh,
some
excuse me, I'm
energy.
exhausted. I'm just going to get a couple of marshmallows and stick them under my boobs.
I thought you
melt.
Oh God, mine would be lost forever. Oh, I love marshmallows. I love marshmallows. I need a gin. Here she.
Oh,
I like that
God.
T-shirt you've got on. Mind you, I did see it this morning.
Didn't you give it to me?
No, it's not
Didn't
one
you?
of mine. No, that's a Converse, isn't it? It's by Converse.
It's very Arab thing. Like if somebody says they like something, you have to give it to them.
Oh, I thought you meant the print. I was thinking it's not very Arab. It's like Converse. Yeah, no, my mother-in-law's house was burning down, and we were all there, and the firemen were there and everything. And she brought out this camera, bless her, and she was going, would you like the camera? Do you use the camera? And I'm like,
To the fireman.
no, to me. And I'm like, geez, your house is burning down. Would you use it? And I'm going, well, I would, but I don't think we should be discussing this right now. Your house is burning down.
God, how awful that! What, your mother-in-law's house burnt down?
Yeah, we had a
Why?
phone call. We was on the phone, and she was going, oh, what's that? Hold on. I mean, I must tell everyone she's Spanish, you know.
Yeah.
So that's how she talks. Oh, what's that? Hang on a minute. It's like, what's that? And then you heard all the screaming. Yeah. Hubby, the son, left his candle on in the bedroom. So warning to youngsters and people, please blow out your candle, otherwise your house will burn down.
What did it
So-
catch on to?
God knows. God knows.
The thing I warn my kids about all the time is
yeah,
mirrors in the bedroom.
yes,
If they hit this, because whole houses have burnt
Yeah.
down from a mirror.
yeah. The sunshine flying through and doing
Incredible,
all
isn't
that, you know.
So there it is, his 18 balloons.
Oh my God!
Oh, can't wait to
Honestly, if
celebrate
I
with you.
turn that corner, you'd be like, "Oh my God, it is full of balloons." And I bought the shittiest balloon pump. It doesn't even
Well,
work.
this is supposed to be Lisa Loves. Don't tell us.
Yeah,
don't
sorry,
undermine yourself.
yeah. Anyway,
Where did you get it from? All right, tell us where not to get a balloon pump from.
Tesco's, don't bother. Anyway, going back to Lisa Loves.
No. What I meant was you can't be saying you buy bad things on Lisa Loves because you are the guru who knows where to get everything.
That's true.
That's what I meant.
I do get a lot of shit as well, and then I don't talk about it. I always send it back. My mum always said, "Is this going back?" So I'm a queen of like, I'm one of those instant buys. I have to get it. Think about it. Get it. Buy it, and then I go, don't like it, and then it goes back. My mum always says, so is that going back? Not on my Lisa Loves, because they don't go back at all. They stay.
And did Carlitos like all his presents?
He did. And one of them I got, which is what we're going to talk about, is Dan Frank, 12.
Oh.
So
I've got
our
Dan
lovely, yes.
Half these bracelets are Dan Frank.
Yeah.
I need some more Dan Frank, actually, please. Can you send me some more?
Dan Frank. She needs some more Dan Frank.
Look, that's
People can't have enough of Dan Frank. She does the most amazing beaded bracelets. Look at all those. And they really suit you. And she does loads of little charms. She's got an engraving machine.
Can you ask her
now.
to do some with some blue in like this? Because that's my favourite and I can never find that nice blue.
Well,
that,
I'm
like-
sure she'll be watching and she'll go, okay, let's just note some blue down for Miss Nadia. Now,
I like an
started off, do you remember we were coming back from a fairground and we were talking about jewelry and we sat on the train and you said, oh, have you seen this jewelry company? I said, oh my God, I love them. And I followed them. And then I said to you, have you seen my friend's jewelry company? And I said, I don't know if it'll be up your street. And I said, she's called Dan Frank 12. So we looked, oh my God, you was obsessed with her stuff. But now she's brought out this engraving machine. She's doing so well. And she's really grateful of all the support that we give her.
She's a lovely woman.
She's so lovely. She's so lovely. And I bought this for, well, Eddie bought this for my son, who's 18, Carlitos, as you know. And on the, so it's a double one. It's a double one. And on the back, Eddie's put "Love you, bro" on it.
Oh.
So Eddie,
let's turn it a bit because I can't quite see it the way the light's hitting it. Turn it round again. The engraving. Let us see the engraving.
Oh, the engraving. So you can choose whatever. Can you see that?
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Whatever engraving you want, what font you want. She does like swirly whirly, big block ones. She's even got this engraving machine with, you know, those pictures. So you can give somebody a photo and they'll do a photo of it as well. It's incredible.
Oh.
And also what I love about her, on things, people that have passed, say for instance, my mum's last card or last words, she will copy the words to her handwriting and you can get that engraved on something like they were her words. They're amazing. So her beaded bracelets are from around £15. Necklaces from around 16 onwards. She does ankle chains. And at Christmas, she brings out this advent calendar.
Yeah, I had one of those one year.
Yeah, you had one of those. They're so much fun. But this time, she personalizes them. So she does 12 pieces of jewelry rather than 24. So you open them up every other day. Now, each piece of jewelry or gift is engraved. So the person who they bought it for really thinks about the person that they bought it for. So it could be, you know, something with pets on, a saying from a mum, a gran, a nan. It's really, really, really personal.
So what kind of bits of jewelry? So would it be like, for instance, this one? And she would engrave something.
Yeah. So it'll be some piece of jewelry that she can engrave personalized on. Now, before she did them with rings and bracelets and necklaces before, but this one's a personalized one. So if you go on her website, you'll get a rough idea of what you can get.
It's her pieces of jewelry.
Yeah, her pieces of jewelry,
yeah.
100%. That she's engraved, that she's made, that whether it's a beaded bracelet, whether it's, you know, something with a little charm on it. So, but you can say anything you want. So it's personalized to that person. Personalized, didn't it?
Personalized for that person.
Personalized for that person. Very personal. Bloody works her ass off.
She really does. I mean, she runs the business from her home. She's a one-woman.
I went
proper
round
small
there.
business.
She will not let anyone. I said, seriously, Dan, you need someone to help you. And she's just like, I can't, because I can't trust someone to do it as good as me.
She won't be able to do endless amounts of these advent calendars. So can you order them? Like,
so
should you order them now?
They're on pre-order now. So I went round there and they're up to a ceiling.
How much are they?
Done a little video. Now, because they're jewellery and gifts, they're £110 for the advent calendar. Now, if you £110. Now, if you divide that by 12, do your maths, Carlitos, then that's what you
just
get.
Under £10 each.
There you go. So that's not bad, is it?
No, it's brilliant.
That's not bad. If you work out like that, and it comes in this like Christmas tree shape, but and you open them up like an advent calendar. Everybody's doing advent calendars now, whether it's makeup and, you know, also perfume ones, they come out as well. But it's nice to get something personal that somebody's really thought about things. So you can put little quotes that you and your mate says and stuff like that. So my next one is the fantastic Hugo and Hudson.
Oh, I love their stuff.
I absolutely love their stuff. And I come across them by looking, because Hugo and Hudson is dog stuff. So if you've got a dog out there, then this is your stuff. Now, nobody knows, well, it is on their website, but I'm going to talk about it now. They have an insane clearance at the moment. Insane sale. It's unbelievable. Harnesses, dog harnesses from £5.
I need one for Toffee.
£5.10.
Oh, I'll go
right.
Get one.
Dog leads, £5.40. Now they used to retail at £23. Dog jackets from £6.50. They were £24. Collars,
and they're really good quality.
They're amazing quality. Do you want to see them? Now these sets, look how cute they are.
Gorgeous.
Look how cute they are. Little bow tie. Now, how much do you think this set is? A keychain thing, a dog collar, and a dog lead, and a little bow tie. Guess how much they are at the moment? You're not going to believe it. Honestly, I sound like I'm at the market.
Because they're such good quality. How much are they?
Such good quality. And they're going, these sets are going, they won't be for long after I've talked about it. £10.
Wow.
£10.
Okay,
look.
Now that's a really good present to get ahead for Christmas.
Get ahead.
Yeah, that's
Christmas.
Brilliant. That's ridiculous for a tenner.
For a tenner. Now the sets originally were, I haven't written it down, but they were well more.
They were a lot.
They were.
I love that orange one.
Look at the orange. This one's for Bear. She said
I've got to get one of them.
Bear.
For Toff.
But look, they're so obviously they're small, medium, large, or extra small for weeny dogs. But £10. And I got this one from my friend who's getting married, CJ, because her dog is giving the groom the rings at the wedding. And the theme is green. And I've got a little dog set for her.
That's gorgeous.
And that's going to be so cute. £10. Seriously, Nads. The bandanas are £2. £2. Collars, £3.90.
Because honestly, guys,
$20.
Because honestly, guys, you probably can't. You can see they look good there, but the quality of them is so good, isn't it? It's not like a £2 mark down the mark.
No, not at all. I mean, you can see how thick they are. They're so well made. So well made. And the reason why they're having a clearance, like a massive, honestly, you're mad not to go. If you've got a dog, you're mad not to go on that website, because they're insanely cheap. It's crazy. And they're getting them. I said, oh my God, I rang her and I went, are you closing down? She goes, no. She goes, I said, but why is it so cheap? Because I was panicking, thinking, oh no, Hugo's closing down. She goes, no, quite the opposite. We're clearing this lot out so that we can get some really, really cool stuff, more cool stuff in. So all the puffer jackets, all the dog puffer jackets are all coming in. And
you know what I really want them to make? A good fox poo rolling coat.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Please ask them, can they design a really good anti-fox poo rolling coat? If they could come up with a good design that goes over the head so that the ears can Chi-Chi rolls her head and the stink is so awful. And I've never found anything really good.
They do little jumpers, but I think that's just for warm.
No, it's got to be.
But I know what you mean, because Chi-Chi's a nightmare for fox poo.
Loves it. And with her illness, with her immune system thing, she shouldn't really be getting it on her fox poo.
No,
her eyes and stuff.
she needs like an all-in-one baby grow.
She does.
Maybe
You
we
need
could
to
put her
design
in
one.
baby grow.
I have thought about that. I'm not even joking. I've thought about baby grow.
Well, when Bear had his balls cut, sorry for anyone who's anti having their balls cut on their dog, but he was driving me insane because he was humping everything, so it had to be done. He had like an all-in-one onesie, so he wouldn't lick his stitches, and it was like a baby grow. It was so cute, but it was from the vet. So, but it was really,
I wish
really
I'd have got
cute.
Gigi that instead of a cone. The cone is shame.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't last with the cone. I put one of those aeroplane collars around his neck and put some Velcro here to make it a lot softer. But yeah, so harnesses, dog leads, dog jackets. Who buys a dog jacket for £6.50? It's insane. Hugo and Hudson.
I'm going on the website after this.
I know, seriously, it's crazy. So they're my
that's another
jewelry
fantastic.
and dogs.
Lisa loves,
And I have missed everybody, and I'm so sorry I haven't been on Lisa Loves. I've been up and down the country making people look gorgeous.
Well, you're back, and that's wonderful. So thank you, my darling. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God. Sorry?
It's at 11:30.
We're going.
I'm sorry. What are we doing? Pudding?
Yeah, lunch brunch.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you what these are.
Why not?
Because I explain it in detail when we get there. They're just lovely though. And I really enjoyed making them. And I enjoyed serving them to everybody. My mum and dad loved them.
If you carry on like this...
But nobody in my family ate them, even tried them.
Why?
Not Mark, not Keith.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
I did last night, but there was no... Well, I don't want to give it away, but I tell you what, if you carry on like this...
Hang on.
If you carry on...
You've got the wrong one. We've already introduced that one. It's the pudding I'm talking about. You're going back to pasties now.
No, I'm not.
Well, you didn't try one last night because there wasn't one here.
There is one in a bag.
Oh, darling, you can't eat that. It's like 4 days old.
If you carry on like this, we will have to split.
As you know, because we haven't stopped banging on about it, we have just spent a week in Cornwall and it was lovely. And I put on my obligatory half a stone, I reckon. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Do you feel like you lost weight in Cornwall?
I don't know about that.
I always put on weight in Cornwall because I love pasties and I love cream teas. Now, it was so busy that we didn't actually get a cream tea. I bought some scones from down the road and we slapped a bit of cream on ourselves. And I had one Cornish pasty, a cheese and onion, my favourite. So I thought, I said to Mark, let's do some scones for the No Name Sunday show. And then we thought, we've done them. We did them before. So I was having a bit of a look round, and I discovered that actually, originally, scones weren't a thing. There was something called splits. So I found this old-fashioned recipe. And actually, this is from the Cornish Kitchen blog, if you want to check her out. And she says when she was a kid, they used to have these gorgeous splits, very soft, pillowy sort of bread, milky bread it is. And they used to call them thunder and lightning because they would have golden syrup and then clotted cream on top.
Wow.
How good does that sound? A long time ago, I'm not going to give you the date because I can't remember it, 997 AD, I remembered it, Mark, 997 AD, this was the first known scones or splits. There was a Tavistock Abbey, which was attacked by the Vikings, right? It was in a right old state. So the monks gathered local workers to help rebuild the abbey and travellers, and they would reward them with these breads and cream and jam, a bit like these splits. It may or may not be true. So a few things I've had to change, but one thing actually, I haven't got any lard. So if you're doing an old-fashioned recipe and it asks for lard, just the ratio is the same with oil or, so this is 3 ounces of lard I need, so I'm using 3 ounces of oil. I'm using sunflower oil, you could use coconut oil. So it's all in old-fashioned measurements. So 3/4 of a pint of full fat milk. Now in that recipe I was just reading on the Cornish blog, she said she now uses semi-skimmed, but she thinks in the old days they used full fat. So I want to use full fat because I think it will give a nice richer taste to the bread. A teaspoon of sugar. And you want the milk to just be barely tepid. You're just taking the chill off it. And then we're gonna add our yeast. But first, I've got over here 1.5 pounds of strong white bread flour. I've got organic strong white bread flour. I'm gonna add to that a teaspoon of salt and my 3 ounces of oil. I'm gonna try it again another day with lard. And give that a bit of a stir till it's all gone. Imagine this is going to be nice with all that fat and all that milk.
You'll ever wear your wedding ring again?
Do you know what? I tried to put my rings on the other day and my fingers swelled up again. Okay, so into that now I'm going to add 2 sachets of yeast, 1.5 ounces of fresh yeast. Oh, it might have been a bit too hot. Oh damn, I hope I don't kill the yeast. Oh, let it get too hot. Should be just tepid and it's not. It's definitely more than tepid.
Wouldn't be you if it didn't go wrong somewhere.
So what I really should have done was do my flour first and then I should have done my milk. But I'm doing my milk and then I do my flour. Let me see if I've got more milk and more yeast. Ah! I hate throwing away that milk as well. That's the thing. Lovely organic full fat milk. I've got to throw it away now. That's annoying. But it might not rise, so we've got to do it. I'll mess it up. Oh. No, I'm not going to risk it. It's just a bit too hot. You know, that's me. I'm keeping it real. So look, we've got Cornish milk. I bought the milk from Cornwall back with us. So 3/4 of a pint of milk, teaspoon of sugar, that's what activates the yeast. If it's chili Cajun spice. Oh, it's yeast, fantastic. Thunder and lightning splits, I love that. I wonder why they're called thunder and lightning. Can't see the connection. Okay, so I'm just going to turn that off. Now that's just barely tepid. And I'm just going to let the yeast activate. So once we see that frothing up a bit, then we're ready to put it in our flour. So we just need to give it a minute or two. Go to the loo. Mark, I shall hit you with a stick. So we're getting a nice froth now from our yeast.
No, wait for me.
So I'm going to pour that into my bread. Into my flour mix.
Would you like to live in a cottage and make scones? Or would you miss the S&M clubs of Vauxhall?
I'd miss the S&M clubs of Vauxhall. Joking. Yeah. Okay, so now that oh God, I love that. I love the smell of yeast. Okay, so now that just needs to be kneaded for about 8 to 10 minutes.
I want it.
Huh?
I want it.
I'm going to put it in my machine. You go, baby.
This never starts properly.
It's the weirdest contraption. You always have to turn it off to turn it on.
It's like toffee. A bit like you.
Yeah. I'd go away and come back.
Huh?
I'd go away and come back.
Alright. Hangdog or what? See your eyes again. Oh, there we go. Yeah. What do you
The other thing is the Cornish, the scone has seen a bit lazy because it's really quick to make. where the Cornish split, you have to let it rise, you have to, you know, knead it. So it's a bit of a con, the scone.
It's a con scone, that's great. Did you like that, Toffs? Did you like that? Good, isn't it?
That's been going for about 8 minutes. So let's have a look. Ooh. It's nice and smooth. Pings back. Yep. So let it double in size. So this really does depend. It's not very warm in here today, actually. It really does depend on how warm your kitchen is, so just keep an eye on it. It's probably going to take about an hour.
Let's stop it sticking.
No, because it's going on the top. I always rub a little bit of oil on it like that. Yeah, to stop it sticking to the bread, yeah. I just think it keeps the warmth. I wonder why we put, I think it's because it keeps the warmth. It makes it warmer. So I'll put that on like that. And then we will leave it. I don't know, it says 7 minutes past 5. It's not 7 minutes past 5, is it? It's time, about 10 o'clock.
10:40.
10:40, okay. So let's see how long it takes. Wow, that's more than doubled twice, hasn't it? So that was about an hour. So, oh, look at that.
Does that feel nice?
Can you hear it? That's beautiful. Beautiful bread. Beautiful dough. So just to knock the air out, just give it a little quick knead. And then it's actually going to sit for another half an hour now. Rise again. Which is, oh, it smells so good. So a little oil onto my baking tray. And she's quite specific, our lady whose recipe this is. We must put the link to her blog underneath.
She's not a monk.
She's not a monk. She says actually weigh
Each one.
2 ounces.
Doesn't seem a lot.
Should we make them 4 ounces?
Well, I don't know. There's probably a reason whenever you go off script, you go wrong.
I think that's a bit small.
It's going to expand, isn't it?
Yeah, but not that much. I think I'm going to make them 4 ounces. Oh, I can't be bothered with weighing them all.
Just, yeah.
Sorry, I'm not going to do that.
What do you think, TG?
And then I'm going to cut it in quarters. And then I'm going to cut it again. We want nice big ones.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't we?
That's very big.
It's going to look great on the gram. We don't want little piddly ones.
No one likes a piddly one.
No one likes a piddly one, a piddly one, a piddly one. No one likes a piddly one, a piddly one. Oh, I don't like the way I'm getting all those lines.
Your hands go in the wrong direction.
Because I want them smooth. They're going to be massive. I'm trying to do a tune that YouTube can't block me for.
Yeah, it's quite nice. It's a nice action.
So I'm going to finish these off and then I'm going to cover them again and I'm going to leave them for 30 minutes to prove.
Do we need to see all of
And
that?
then no.
Sure?
Well, you can see me cover it if you want.
Oh.
It's a bit boring.
It is a bit boring.
I wouldn't hang around to see me cover the bread, but you can. Da, 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 da. Oh, don't they look lovely? Oh, God, that one's massive. These are supposed to go in for 15 minutes, but that was if they were going to be 2 ounces. Let's look at them in 20 minutes. So it's on 190. That amount that I made is supposed to do 20 small ones. So let's see, we've got actually 9.
Chi-chi.
I've got a confession to make. I I tore a bit off the bottom of one of the buns because I couldn't wait, and I slathered butter on it and I stuffed it in my gob, and it was the most delicious thing ever. So because I made them so huge, they did actually take, they took a half an hour at 190. So what you're looking for is them to be lightly golden brown like that, and then turn them over and listen. Whoo! Ah!
Ooh.
What's the sound?
I don't know.
What sound does that sound?
Hollow.
Hollow, exactly.
Oh, I think it's a trick question.
So look, that's where I tore a bit off.
Yeah.
It was the most gorgeous bit of bread. The milkiness, you can read, because that's 3/4 of a pint of milk in there, it's a lot. They're absolutely delicious. Now, obviously, these are nicest warm.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to leave them to cool for a bit on there, and then I'm going to IKEA, so we won't have them till they're cold.
I think they look like giant Pizza Express garlic dough balls.
Oh, they do. Oh, Kiki, these would be gorgeous as dough balls. This is what I'll do for dough balls. They're perfect, good idea. But you know why I think they're called splits? I think you're supposed to have them, cook them all close together like that, you know, like you see in the bakers.
Yeah.
And then you split them.
Oh.
But if anyone knows, can you tell us?
They don't have that sort of octagonal top that normal scones have, do they?
They're not scones. And what do you mean hexagonal?
You know that strange shape you get to a scone? It's almost square, isn't it?
No. A scone is round.
No, but it's a kind of squared off round.
You're not well. Go away. You're confusing people.
Are these not scones?
So look at that. What's that sound? These are not scones. These are the original scones, which weren't scones. They were splits, because scones are a bit of a cheat because they're so quick to make, whereas this takes a bit of love, a bit of waiting, a bit of rising, a bit of yeast, a lot of milk. Nice ingredients.
Great. Okay. Just asking.
It's a bit noisy. It's a bit noisy because I've got loads of things cooking. So look, I'm going to sprinkle a little icing sugar on top because I think that will be nice. What do you think? Now, these have gone cold. I would definitely say have them warm, definitely. Not too hot. Some people say have them straight from the oven, but how would that work? Because then all your cream would melt. Or should I bruise ahead?
I think bruise ahead.
Let's have a look. Let's do our split. Oh, look at the crumb on that. First of all, we're going to do a Cornish. Now we're going to do a Devon. You like your cream first, don't you, Mark? Like me. We both like our cream first. Oh. There's our cream.
Can you add raisins to this?
And there's our jam. No. You serve them like that.
Oh.
Not like you do a scone.
All right. Well, almost like a scone burger.
And I think a little more sugar. What do you reckon?
Mm.
The thunder and lightning was the cream. Oh, look at that. So nice. Honestly, just make these as baps, guys.
You're going to take them over to your parents?
And, well, I've got pasties in the oven for my parents. Don't think I should give them pasties. So I reckon thunder and lightning is
very, very frightening.
The cream. I think this would be better with whipped cream, done with clotted. And then I'm just going to... Lightning, yeah. Woo! That's the lightning. Look. What do you reckon?
Whoa.
Raspberry jam. I know it's traditionally strawberry jam, but I don't like strawberry jam. I like raspberry jam.
Very nice.
Going to the book?
Yes.
There you go.
Which is you.
Yeah, 1,000 Suns. Okay, my book is 1,000 Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini, writer of The Kite Runner, which I know a lot of people, which was before this, and I know a lot of people have read that and loved this. I actually have had this book for a couple of years and kind of like skirted around it and away from it because I knew it was going to be a really difficult book. And it's so strange that I should pick it up and read it in Cornwall when I'm supposed to be having a break from everything. Because actually just before we went to Cornwall, I was kind of almost self-harming with the news. I was addictively watching the news all the time. I was way too much on Instagram. And I said, on this holiday, I'm giving myself a complete break, which I did. I didn't watch the news. I didn't look on anything. But I read 1,000 Splendid Suns. Suns, S-U-N-S, which is basically, in the simplest of terms, it's a deep dive into Afghanistan. The incredible beauty of Afghanistan. I mean, that was a really nice part of the book, actually. Husseini writes brilliantly about the landscape and because, of course, Afghanistan is a very beautiful country. I mean, God love it and the people of it, because it's been torn apart now for decades upon decades by war and by, you know, the powers that be. But I didn't know the beauty of it, so I found that out from the book, which was a lovely part and beautifully written. But basically, we have two female protagonists, Layla and Mariam, who've both been brought up very differently. One by a quite free-thinking father in Kabul, and another one by her single mother. Mariam is brought up by a single mother out in the countryside. And at the time when we're first at the beginning of the book, it's at the time of Soviet occupation, and there's a lot of freedom within Kabul. And of course, out in the countryside, it's much more conservative and much more old school. And the book tracks through decades to when the Soviets leave and when the Taliban takes over. And we witness this. And this is what I loved about it so much. Having stepped away from the news, we witnessed it through the eyes, the bodies, the skin of these two women. So it makes me emotional. The horrors that they have to endure. I mean, the brutality of the society, of the husband, because they both end up being the wives of Rashid, the central male character, who is the most despicable, sadist of a human being. Oh my God, but it's written so brilliantly, guys. I mean, God, you feel like you're in that house. You I really felt what it must be like to have no choices. I mean, everything that we do, we have a million choices, don't we? You know, go into a coffee shop. Latte, extra froth, less froth. You know, everything we do, we are spoilt rotten. And to be in the skin of these women who are completely and utterly controlled, not only by the man in their own home, but any man outside of their home as well. Oh my God, every day I was left with, it was really good. It's strange because Mark was like, why are you reading this book on holiday? Do you know what? It really de-stressed me. Because it made me have so much gratitude for my own life and my own husband and my own government and for their lives. They're not that far away of possibly what some of my generations back of my father. I mean, my father's sisters had arranged marriages, you know, so it felt much closer to me, I suppose, in a way, because of that. You know, how it's like I missed... You know, God knows where I could have ended up with what kind of life. You care deeply about the characters. And actually, there's a twist in the story about one of the characters that I did not see coming at all. I was absolutely gobsmacked. You could have slapped me in the face at the wet kipper and I wouldn't have been as shocked. Sorry, just got to have a glass of water. Sorry. I'm going to do this quickly so Mark doesn't have to do an edit. Yeah, you care passionately, and the thing is, though it is unrelenting, there are pinholes of light all the way through, because we see such tenacity, such bravery. It's quite extraordinary what a human
human being's body can be put through and still survive. And we know that this is the reality. I mean, we're following it very much between these two women, and there's lots of good ancillary characters as well that we find out a lot. That's where the writing is so good, quite sushi. You know, we have a few lines here and there about other characters that will tell us so much about the world that they're living in. I think it's such an important book. I think if you can bear to go through the pain of it, for me, it was a total page turner. But I think just at this point in the world, when we're soon enough, people are going to get bored of hearing about Afghanistan. I just think it's so important to read a book like this, because it shows you, it takes you completely on the human journey. No, never mind all the politics. I mean, my God, it's made me hate Biden. Oh my God. I mean, to think that that women right now are being plunged back into that horror. I just can't understand it. I can't. You're just left scratching your head. Why such brutality? Why even in your own home would you want to be so brutal to the people that care for you? What drives some people to behave like this? So many, unfortunately, because we know this isn't only in Afghanistan. We know right across the world there are women being treated like this. Maybe even actually down the end of the road and around the corner. Who knows? So for me, I lost myself in this book completely. Mark kept thinking I was going upstairs to have a sleep, but actually I was just spending hours reading the book. I mean, I could have probably sat for a couple of days and done nothing else but read the book, because it is so immersive. It's the writing is so brilliant and so descriptive and so puts you in every place, and the characters are so real and vital, and you care. You're fascinated by what's going to happen to them next. So I'm sure I haven't done it the justice it needs, but suffice to say, I would give this 5 stars out of 5, this book. And if you've got the guts for it, because it takes some strong guts to read it because it's so hard, I think it's a really powerful and strangely empowering book. Yeah. I don't think I could have lived through probably one day of what those women lived through. So, yeah. That's the other thing. It's incredible that this is written by a man. Well done you, Husseini, because he's right in there. He writes beautifully for the woman's cause. Yeah. 1,000 Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini.
God, getting her off her phone.
Sorry, I'm trying to arrange the journey.
I know, all right. So, Teddy Talks.
Oh, God. Yet again, a great Teddy Talks, isn't it? So funny.
So funny.
Oh, I just love it. I just love this story.
I love the way he pulls it out of the bag every week, regardless of how he feels.
Even if he's feeling, you know, a bit unwell or knackered, he just rises to it, and he's such a good raconteur.
He really is. I saw him in the garden the other day. He was pointing at everything and telling people to do things. I thought he was a beacon of health.
So, Dad, before we even start Teddy Talks, wow, you look great today, by the way.
What, really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel so great, darling.
Oh, you looked very tired yesterday, and you look much better today.
Thank God for that. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, will it make you feel any better if I say I've got a cheese and onion pasty in the oven for you?
Of course, wonderful. Beautiful.
What does your T-shirt say today?
Hey?
What does your T-shirt say?
My what?
T-shirt.
My T-shirt. Drop out. That's the password. Drop out.
Drop out.
Huh?
What, Betty? You can say. What did you?
What was drop out?
Drop out. Yeah.
Not drop out.
Oh, drop out. Oh, we're looking at inflections, Dad.
Oh, I see. A
Drop
teacher.
out.
The teacher.
Drop out. Or
drop out. I see.
You're a beauty school dropout.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about
Well,
today?
last week we talked about Stuart Birch coming to ask me to play in his Widows of Jaffa.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 weeks later, another visitor arrived from BBC TV to ask me if I would play Romeo in the scene on the balcony with Romeo and Juliet.
Wow. And how old were you at this time, roughly?
About 23, I think.
Was that totally incredible to you that somebody had asked you to play Romeo?
Yeah, but in Arabic.
Oh, God!
Romeo-
Speaking in Shakespeare in Arabic.
Yeah, it was for a program, I think it was fronted by David Jacobs.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it was called Wednesday Afternoon. It was a magazine program. Anyway.
So was it just a scene from Romeo?
Just to see the balcony, just the balcony scene. So I said, yes, I would, with pleasure. And as he went away, I panicked.
I bet was
What's it all about? The balcony scene in Arabic, Romeo and Juliet, my God.
So did you have to translate it into Arabic first?
No, it was translated,
okay.
but no. I could have done it, no problem. But my knowledge of Shakespeare was very shallow, indeed still is very shallow. And I turned to my boss and I said, what shall I do? He said, look, there's a gentleman, a sub-editor in the newsroom called Kenneth, and he's very hot on Shakespeare. He's an Arabist as well. Go and see him. I said, thank God for that. So I went to see Kenneth. He was having his coffee and donut in the morning when I arrived, and I said to him, what's all this about, this balcony scene? He said, it's no problem. He said, it's about an Italian teenager, who's sort of gone a bit hysterical about her boyfriend and
his girlfriend.
Her boyfriend, and she's sort of saying, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? He said, so she's panicking a bit. And I said, what does Romeo say? He said, if I knew him, he'd say, I'm down here, the blooming ladder is busted.
That's the way to teach Shakespeare.
So I said, my goodness, this is not a very clever start. So, this doesn't sound like Shakespeare at all. But he was roaring with laughter. He had a terrific sense of humor. He said, it's as simple as that. He said, it's like a walk in the park. Don't worry. So on the Wednesday, the appointed Wednesday, I went to the studio and they had rigged up a balcony, which looked a bit unsafe. Particularly my Juliet was a bit on the bulky side. Who
was your Juliet? I was going to pick on the bulky
they chose a Juliet. I don't know whether she came from Morocco and Syria or somewhere.
Was it Nuha?
Yes, her name was Noha. Anyway, but everything went beautifully, very safe. Nobody fell off the balcony,
I don't suppose there's any chance you remember one word of it, even in Arabic.
Oh, yeah. She would say, Romeo, Romeo, aina anta ya habibi. And he would say, أنا هون السلم انكسر.
So, I'm just so confused by this. You're on the BBC doing Romeo and Juliet in Arabic.
The BBC, they're always looking for initiatives and new ideas and things and they lighted upon this. They said, wouldn't it be funny to have a couple of Arab actors doing the balcony scene, television was rather on steam, working on steam in those days. It was very slow.
So did you do it live?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're joking.
Yeah, oh, yeah. With, it was a magazine program, nothing too expensive, very simple.
And I suppose if you got all the words wrong, not many people would know.
Yeah, well, even just the picture of seeing, an Arab Romeo and Juliet, speaking the lines in Arabic, that's enough to attract the attention of the audience,
And what did you wear?
I think it was simple. It was not complicated, I mean, I think we just wore our own clothes, but something nice.
Yeah.
Or something theatrical,
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So was she in any way the Juliet that we would imagine?
No. No. She was a very nice girl. she was a broadcaster, you know, and she never pretended to be an actress at all. But they needed somebody desperately, and she stepped forward.
How nervous, was that the most nervous you've ever been doing something?
No, actually I wasn't, because I knew I could say anything I wanted. And, you know, they wouldn't know what I'm saying.
So were you true to your word? Did you speak the words of Shakespeare, or did you slip in a few?
No, you know, I'm a professional, I'm not, you know, so I said the lines as they were on the script, you know.
Yeah. No, I meant you didn't fluff, you didn't miss anything.
It was very simplified scene, you know, because they knew that it wasn't our language. They knew it was a translation. They knew, you know, I was just beginning as a young actor, and the lady never wanted to be an actress. So
sounds like a right balls up.
So.
Wouldn't it be amazing to have a photograph of that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'd almost forgotten about it, but I do remember the studio. I remember the balcony, and I remember the lady very well on some of the lines. Yeah.
Oh, it's so wonderful.
But the best man was Kenneth. Yeah, Kenneth, who said, you know, he was a great sense of humor. He was roaring with laughter all the time, which relieved the tension as I was approaching the job, you know.
God blimey, my ladder's broken. I can't get up there.
Yeah, the blooming ladder's busted.
Oh, thanks, Teddy. Brilliant.
Thank you,
Teddy talk. Teddy talk.
Thank you.
My stomach is rumbling, having seen all that lovely food. My heart is warm, having heard your dad. I really want to read the book that you've reviewed this week.
Oh, God, I've got to book.
See, we've shot this before she's done the book review.
I've got to come upstairs now and read the book review.
Yeah, and whilst you're up there, can I have a different colour?
Mark, stop it and don't go in my room again.
And also, God, they're barbaric, some of the things on your desk, aren't they? Barbaric.
If you wonder what the hell he's talking about, this was the members live last night.
And finally, before we sign off and say goodbye, guys, how much lip gloss have you got?
I've got a lot.
Every single thing. I've only just discovered you are a lip gloss girl.
That's it. Okay now.
That's not very nice. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the show. See you next week.